Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon everyone in Egypt. Selamat malam bagi yang di Indonesia. My name is Tatang Triana. I'm an assistant professor of IPB University and NFI technical expert of FAO. First of all, I would like to thank the Directorate of Forest Resource Inventory and Monitoring, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, and also the organizing committee of the Indonesia Pavilion of COP27 UNFCCC, who provide me an opportunity to speak about long-term Indonesia National Forest Inventory, time to create a new scheme of forest inventory for monitoring, reporting, verification, to support national determinant contribution achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, many countries in the world have their own national forest inventory. NFI is a common practice to generate science-based data and information to support the decision-making process in forest-related policy. In the NFI, we usually collect and analyze field data by using scientific method and then generate nationwide information on forest resources to support national forest management and international reporting. Indonesia had 33 years experience in conducting NFI. The first NFI conducted in 1989 until 1996, which was financially supported by World Bank and technically assisted by FAO. The first NFI mainly focused on assessing growing stock of timber to support the national economy. There was also non-timber forest product and flora diversity assessment. The first NFI used 2,735 temporary and permanent cluster plots using a systematic sampling design with an interval of 20 by 20 km in state forested areas of Indonesia. The complete results of the first NFI were reported in a book entitled Forest Resource Statistics, which was published by the Ministry of Forestry and FAO in 1996. The first NFI provided a strong foundation for the next NFI cycles, which were conducted by the Ministry using national budget. The Ministry has made necessary improvement to account for the changes of forest resources. In 2005, the Ministry densified the NFI grid in some fragmented forest area by using a sampling grid of 10 by 10 km and 5 by 5 km. In 2019, the Ministry also expanded the NFI to cover mangrove forests and mountainous forests that were not fully covered by the first NFI. This year, the Ministry is starting to redesign the NFI to meet with the current demands of forest resource data and information. So far, the Ministry has collected more than 5,000 cluster plot data as the result of continuous effort in monitoring forest resource in Indonesia. This is the distribution of NFI cluster plot across Indonesia. As seen in this figure, the NFI data came from this cluster plot measurement. The permanent sample plot of 1 hectare is located in the center of cluster plot, while the temporary sample plot located in the surrounding of a permanent sample plot. On the last June, we conduct a survey that confirmed that the NFI data were not only used by the ministry but also by other parties. The ministry regularly uses the NFI data for generating national forest resources statistics and reporting to FAO for global forest resources assessment. In the context of climate change reporting, the NFI data have been used by the ministry to derive emission factors for formulating the forest reference emission level, which was submitted to UNFCCC. Other parties who use NFI data are provincial government, researchers, and university students. The provincial government use the NFI data to develop forest management plan and strategic environmental study. The researcher and university student may also use the NFI data for their research after they got a permit from the ministry. The ministry needs to redesign NFI because the existing NFI system has some limitation to meet current needs of forest resource information. It only covers state forest areas, it also only assesses growing stock of timber, and it's only provide background carbon stock data because it was not designed to assess forest carbon full. Based on several discussions with various stakeholders, we got valuable input that the new NFI should cover not only state forests, but also customary and private or community forests. This new NFI coverage is also mandated by the Government Regulation number 23 year 2021. The new NFI should assess not only timber, but also NTFE and flora diversity. The new NFI system is also highly expected to provide 5 carbon full, which are not only above-ground biomass, but also below-ground biomass, deadwood, litter, and soil carbon. Most importantly, the new NFI must be designed to enable cost-effective field measurement because the ministry often faced with limited NFI budget. We do hope that the new NFI will support the volumetric which require carbon stock data of forests and other land uses. Redesigning NFI is technically supported by FAO. In May and June this year, we have evaluated the existing NFI system and conduct a need assessment for redesigning a new NFI. These activities involve various stakeholders from related directorates of the ministry, provincial government, forestry companies, academicians, and researchers. Since then, there were several meetings with FAO experts to identify existing NFI data and training needs. The FAO has also introduced open forest software which could be used to input and analyze the NFI data. For the next year, our target is to develop a new NFI system with necessary infrastructure. We will develop a new field protocol and conduct relevant training for the ministry staff, and then test the new design using a pilot project. We expect that the new NFI system can be implemented starting from 2024 to 2028, so within 5 years, we will have a new forest resources data to support the volumetric 2030. This is a simple illustration on how NFI can support volumetric. The field measurement of NFI plot will provide two types of the data. First, cross-sectional data of forest carbon stock from temporary sample plot can be used to derive emission factor of forest and land cover types. When we multiply the emission factor with activity data derived from land cover map changes, then we can calculate CO2 emission level from deforestation, forest degradation, peat decomposition, peat fire, and etc. Of course, the real emission calculation would be more complicated because we must take into account the uncertainty of emission factors and activity data. Second, time series data of carbon stock increment from permanent sample plot can be used to derive removal factor. These data are essential for calculating net emission in the volumetric when we successfully rehabilitate degraded forest areas or conducting other carbon stock enhancement activities to reduce CO2 emission. Actually, the ministry has conducted such emission calculation for developing Indonesian FRL that was submitted to UNFCCC. But we need to update the emission factor and removal factor for calculating net emission from follow activities. We do hope that the new NFI can produce such data. Our forestry laws provide mandate to conduct forest inventory not only at national level, but also at province, watershed, and forest management unit level to develop forest management plan. However, to best my knowledge, forest inventory at province and watershed level are seldom implemented because of limited budget. Actually, the NFI also often faced with a budget constraint. So, the challenge is how to effectively implement the new NFI. In my opinion, we have to work together. In the context of volumetric, the provincial government and the ministry have a common interest to get emission factor and removal factor data. Therefore, the provincial government may assist the ministry staff to measure NFI flood located within their province boundaries. Then, the provincial government may ask community forest owners and forestry concession owners to assist the ministry staff in measuring and maintaining NFI flood located within their forest areas. The provincial government and the ministry may also involve forestry students from local university to conduct the field measurement of NFI flood as a part of a student internship program or student research activity. This collaborative action scheme would reduce costs for measuring and maintaining NFI flood, and it would also provide forest research data for the provincial government and forest owners. Of course, this scheme should be supported by relevant regulation from the ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your kind attention.